You know that feeling that you get when you've been neglecting a certain something for perhaps a bit longer than you'd like? For you, maybe it's cleaning out that junk drawer in the kitchen that you've started to have a hard time closing because you keep shoving batteries in there, even the old ones, and now you're not even sure which batteries are good anymore. Or maybe it's your car floor that's starting to disappear on you because you haven't picked up the trash in maybe over a month. And not even that half-eaten apple that is rotting in your cup holder can push you to clean it up. Well, for me, this certain something has been my trail building tools, and maybe that whole battery thing, that may be kind of anecdotal. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, I am tackling the overwhelmingly rusty mud pile that is my barn, where my trail tools call home. Oh, shit. My first attempt at taking down the mud pile ended before it started. I bought a shelf to store stuff on, and I added it to the pile. Yep, so we'll be skipping today too. Where do you start when you have no idea where to start? You start nowhere. I think in cases where it's so overwhelming to begin the task, you need to just dismantle the whole damn thing. So I just went ahead and took everything out of my way and cleaned up the entire area that I planned to store all my tools in. After getting things cleaned up and cleared out, it was time to take care of my poor tools. Let me just say, getting your tools muddy and using them is never a bad thing, but leaving the mud on them is definitely terrible for them. And this was definitely the case with almost all of my tools. So I decided to just soak them in the mud-filled wheelbarrow and pull them out one by one for a thorough rinsing. And then I would scrub them with rust dissolver. This stuff is a lifesaver when it comes to getting the rust off of your tools. All you do is spray it on the area where the rust is, let it soak in for a minute, scrub it in, and then wash it off. And yeah, you've got a brand new tool essentially, or at least a hell of a lot better than it was. I think you get the idea. I cleaned the crap out of these tools and hauled them all back into the barn to figure out how the hell I was going to organize them on the wall. After lots of standing around and pondering the empty wall, I decided to start with making a specific spot for my hatchets to go. I knew I wanted my hatchets to be easily accessible and also kind of look cool while they were sitting there, so I went with this shelving kind of design. All you have to do to make this is put up a shelf, then cut some notches in it for the axes to go in. Then all you do is place something below them for the axes to lean into. For this part, I used a leftover piece of cedar that I had. Be careful though, if your axes don't have a sharp lower corner edge to them, then they may slip off doing this method. Now all that was left was to play one big game of Tetris. I don't know about you, but I dig Tetris. I started by keeping all the smaller tools near each other and then branched out from there. After that, it is pretty dang simple. Just cram the tools together and they're gonna look good, for the most part anyway. Oh, we almost forgot this guy. This shelf actually ended up making a great addition for holding all my screws and nails and extra trail building equipment, along with my chainsaw and leaf blower. So I'm actually pretty happy that I ended up getting this thing. Now that is more like it. It's always so damn nice to have everything picked up and organized. It just makes things 1,000 times easier next time you go to build, because now I won't be asking myself, where the hell is the McLeod? Or where's the axe? Or where's whatever? Alongside that, guys, it's just nice to finally get that thing out of the back of your mind that's wondering why the hell you haven't gotten around to cleaning up that kitchen drawer yet. And I know it's because it's a pain in the ass to get started, but all I gotta say is if you can get past this moment, oh shit, then it's all downhill from there. You get it? Like mountain biking, like downhill, mountain biking. It's all downhill from there. You don't get it. I don't care. You don't get it. That's quality humor. If you don't get it, that's your own fault. Live life like a... I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys later.